Hey everyone, my name is Jack. I'm a 23-year-old real estate investor and soon-to-be attorney, and on this channel I cover a variety of topics as they relate to real estate, investing, the markets, and pretty much everything as it has to do with personal finance. So if you like that sort of content, be sure to have a look around the channel, and if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. But today I want to talk about a very handy, free, and automatic budgeting tool that can make your budgeting woes go away and make the whole process a lot easier when it comes to saving up for whatever it is you're trying to do. It's very important to organize and track your finances so you know where your money is going, and then also how you want to allocate your money in the future. And if you can have some tools to automate some of that process, it can make it very easy to do. There are lots of third-party tools out there that track your budgeting and spending and can show you what are in your accounts at any given time, like Personal Capital and Mint.com to name a couple free options. But what if there was a bank that could do this for you within your actual bank account? I'm so glad I asked that question of myself because there actually is a bank that does that for free, and that's Ally Bank. I'm not sure if other banks do that, but Ally Bank is a free online bank that I've been using for the last, probably 5 or 6 years now, and it's been a great experience thus far. Within the last year, Ally Bank rolled out a new product called Buckets, which allows you to organize your savings account into multiple different sections that you can allocate money to. So if you're saving up for a goal, you can know how much of that account is going to be used towards whatever that goal is in the future. And you can set it up so that when money comes into your savings account, it automatically gets distributed into each of your buckets or each of the sections. You don't have to track it on a spreadsheet, you don't have to use some third-party software, it's all within the bank account, so it's super convenient. Before I show you how it is, some of you might ask, is Ally Bank legitimate? I've never heard of it, or maybe you have heard of it and you're not sure if you should go ahead and use them as a bank. I can at least speak from my own experience that I have had nothing but good experiences with them. The only drawback of using a bank like Ally is the fact that you're not going to have a bunch of ATMs everywhere, and there's no physical branch to walk in, which can make it a little bit awkward if you're heavily reliant on cash, or if you really need to cash checks or something like that. That can make it a little inconvenient, but they basically have every product you could possibly need, from home loans to checking and savings accounts to brokerage accounts if you want to invest on their platform for some reason, and they also offer insurance in some spaces. They are a legitimate bank, they're FDIC insured, all the good stuff that you would want with a bank, it's there. And their customer service is pretty helpful too, and they're pretty responsive. Like I said, I've used them for the past half decade or so and have not had a problem. Oh, and I shouldn't forget to mention that they offer some of the highest interest rates on their savings account and on their certificates of deposits, or their CDs as they're often called. So that makes them a great option for your everyday bank, since you can actually get a little bit of interest. Right now, interest rates are low across the board, so you're not going to get much, but compared to another bank, at least you're getting something. And their checking and savings accounts are all free. There are no fees, and there's no minimum deposit or anything like that. You can just open the account and get going. But back to Buckets. Let's go over to my computer and I'll show you how it actually works and how you can organize your savings account into these sections. So here we are in my computer, and this is an Ally savings account. They are free to set up, and you can do it in just a few minutes. It's very easy to do, but we're going to go on down here to Organize to open up our Buckets option. And here we can see a wide variety of category options that you can pick that are pre-made, but you don't have to use their pre-designated bucket options. You can also create your own, so I'll go ahead and create a couple myself right now. Then I'll click Done, and there we go. We have our 2 buckets created. Now, there is always the default core savings bucket, so anything that's not designated into one of the custom or one of the pre-designated buckets that you decide to put into your account, it will go into core savings. That's just kind of the default that they have. Now, to change how money is actually distributed in this account, you want to go to Settings, and then from here, you can update how money comes in and what proportion of that money goes to any given bucket. I'll go ahead and do 50% each just to keep it simple, but you can do whatever you want. You can do 70-30, 99-1, whatever breakdown floats your boat. You can also change the account where interest goes to, so you can pick one bucket where any interest income on the account goes to as a default. And when you're ready to take the money out, you can go ahead and change the priority of what account it pulls from, so you can always do that. And by default, maybe you have core savings at the top for your default, so any extra money that's not in your designated buckets. But if you're ready to use a certain bucket, you can move it up the ladder. But that's pretty much it. You're all set up and ready to use buckets, and you are fully organized in your savings. Well, that was easy. Now, whenever you add any money to that savings account, it will automatically distribute the money between each of the sections as you've designated them. I've talked about it many times on this channel before that you really want to automate your savings as much as possible. This is a great way to do that, since whenever you add the money, it's going to go towards whatever bucket that you want it to go to without you having to make extra clicks, or more importantly, without you having the discretion to not put it in that bucket that you might need to be saving for the long term. It's very tempting when you have to manually click where the money goes, since you might put it towards more discretionary spending as opposed to putting it towards a long-term savings goal. Maybe it's for investing, maybe it's for a long-term vacation that you might need. So you're not going to be spending it as easily when it's automatically taken out of your hands in that way. And I should clarify, the money's not actually locked in any ways. It's just a way to automatically organize it, and you can always unorganize it if you want to, but hopefully you wouldn't, and hopefully this would be a great way to get started with organizing your savings. And you can always add new categories or remove them or change how you're distributing new money, so it's very easy to work with, it's very easy to use. However, the only catch is that it can only be used on savings accounts as opposed to checking accounts, so you would need a savings account, which makes it a little bit more inconvenient, but if it's for a longer term goal anyways, it probably makes sense to put it in a savings account as opposed to a checking account, since you can make a little bit more interest. But that's all I've got for today. Ideally now you have a useful tool in your belt that you can use for saving up for long-term goals and organizing your finances. But if you like this video, please like it, since it helps the channel out a lot. And if you like this sort of content about personal finance, saving, investing, all that great stuff, definitely subscribe, since I put out new videos every single week and wouldn't want you guys to miss out. And check out my links in the description for free stocks with Webull and Robinhood. Definitely take advantage of those promotions while they're still lasting, since you can get some free stocks for opening up accounts and pretty much doing nothing. With Webull, you have to deposit a little bit of money, but it's not like you have to keep it in there, so it's super great. Take advantage of the free money. I get some free stocks too, so it's a win-win. Please do that before the money is gone and before they stop this promotion, since I don't know how long they're going to last. But until next time, take care.